So keeping up with my theme of skipping stones across the Old Testament, the Tanakh, there are miracles. The sick are cured, the dead have been risen, and even a guy survives 3 days in the belly of a whale. The survival of the faithful in the furnace, the handwriting on the wall, the feet of clay, the survival in the lion's den, all four are just from the book of Daniel, which is as you can probably tell, is one of my favorites of the Old Testament, because it really packs a lot of the themes in the Old Testament. You have the walls of Jericho coming down to Joshua, manna from heaven, water from a rock, and the sun and the moon stopping and pausing as a miracle. And then there are for every protagonist, there's an antagonist. You've got the Babylonians, the Chaldeans, the Persians, the Syrians, the Egyptians, the Philistines. All good, nasty antagonists, which always makes a good story. Just in the J's, Jacob, Joshua, Joseph, and Job, who is the story that is considered the oldest in the Old Testament. And, then you have the kind of sing-song, David and Goliath, Sodom and Gomorrah, Samson and Delilah, David and Bathsheba, Ahab and Jezebel. These are great stories. These are great characters. And they're also all characters who are very human. They're not just all perfect. Even Moses had his doubts and his quarrels with God, which is what makes the Old Testament such a wonderful, wonderful book, because it's sometimes it's tough in the New Testament with Jesus. He is without sin. He is without stain. And I saw an interesting saying the other day that said, "Make sure you sin, or Jesus died for no reason at all." But and then finishing up, you have a Leviathan, you have dragons, you have unicorns. And in the Old Testament, you get the full panacea of God's emotions, from being tender and angry. He's a God of peace. He's a God of war, singular as Yahweh, or he's plural as in Elohim. And, that's something we'll look at, because there are times when they say, our God is the best God among the gods. And I like to call it sex, bugs, and rock and roll. The 10 plagues, one of them was locusts. You had 10 commandments. You have 613 laws given by God just in the Tanakh, the Torah, the first 5 books. And there's even a stairway to heaven. That's very rock and roll. But we're going to talk about these old stories, and we're going to talk about who told them, who wrote them down, when they were written down, why they were written down, and why these stories, among the many, many stories that could be attached to the Bible, are not canon, and why these are canon. So it's going to be very fun, and I'm going to try not to bore you with the repetitive, and find the themes that help us understand better what this first of monotheistic faiths was in the world that has lasted over 4,000 years.